Alright guys, welcome back. I am back here again with trying to figure out how to use Unity. So let's see. I think it was going to be a change of plans of how we're going to build this application and what the design idea was in a previous episode. But I'll try to preserve what I was like trying to think of the ideas. But anyway, let's just see let's just go into it blind actually because yeah. So let's just see if there's any marketplace for like sprites and stuff. So we can actually make things work. And before that, let me create some folders so that, we have more organized things. Right. Definitely want scripts in here. I'll probably want to rename that. Also probably want assets. Wouldn't really call it sprite. Like I'll just call it sprites for now. But yeah, there we go. Text meshes. Also, there's already sprites in here. Take that back, take that back. We probably don't even need sprites. Because there's already some in... Never mind, that's in Text Mesh Pro, so let me recreate that. Okay. Scripts, sprites. Cool. There's some stuff here, but I shouldn't be too worried about all this. Let's just get right into it. All right. So what do we want to do first? So I think what we want to do is make a start screen. Something very basic, nothing too extravagant. So what we're trying to do is make a sleep app, right? Yeah. Okay. But how would that even work in fact? Can we see if I can find something cool? Maybe detect exit application. So there is actually, what is mono behavior? I've never really understood this. Base class. Game object cannot be, it can be seen to. Let's just not worry about it. All right, so let's see. What do we want to do? Want to see if there's I want to start with like the base mechanics, right? Rather than the start screen, all that other stuff. I want to see the game mechanics right now, right? I want to build that from our starting point. So let's see how we want to do that. Let's open our notes here. Yeah, again, game, monster collection. Okay. So I think what we want is, what do we want to start with? Because this is really hard. I think we're going to start with something simple, but this is pretty difficult to think of because we want something that's not super hard to think about. But right now, this is pretty hard to think about. Maybe we should just start with the start screen. But you know what? I think that's going to be our starting point. So what do we want in our start screen, right? We want a timer that we can just press a button on. So how do we do that, right? We want a timer, but I wonder if there's any marketplace for this. Sure, they do have an asset store. They certainly do have one. We want like a timer, right? Or stopwatch. That's what we're looking for. And since we're broke, we are just gonna go for $0. There's the free assets. Get rid of this. I don't really like how it looks, to be honest. How does that work? Maybe I should just make my own. I think we should just make our own. This is kind of dumb. Let's just start with the most basic thing, right? Let's not worry about how it looks, because that's not the most important thing when we start. So let's start by creating a camera. And what we want is, should we use canvas for this? All your elements be inside. Let's create a canvas. Yeah, let's add something to this. Let's do scale with screen size. I'm gonna match the. Just do both. And let's add a text. So what do we want in this text? We just want a number, and we want to call this, let's rename this. All right, we want to call this the clock We call it clock? I don't think it's a clock. Oh, it's a timer, right? Timer text. Timer counter sounds probably better, but we call it text for now. And what we want to put a 0 in here. We also want this to be centered. That's pretty cool. I think we also want this to be a bigger font size. Let's not use auto size. I don't think that's what we need, really. You know what? Let's auto size that. And then we want to change the height and stuff. So let's do 400, 200, 300. That's too much. I wonder if there's a stretch. Here's a stretch. That's just anchoring. Though I do want to know how anchoring works. So I think what it does is it positions your thing differently depending on your position. I want this rectangle to stretch, but there is no attributes. I don't want to hard code this, right? I did not hard code this. What is this button? Blueprint mode. Okay, draw edit, cool. How do you, I guess you can't stretch rectangle. We can just do 0, 0 and that should stretch, right? Oh, that's height. Whoops, my bad. Left, right, 0, 0. There we go. Now it's stretching. And let's move this up in position. Let's just keep it center. There we go. And what we want to do, right, is we want to be able to have a timer that runs. But before we even do that, right, we want to be able to click start and not click start as well. Okay, let me see. Look at this reference. So I assume we need a button to choose what plants to grow. Or, I mean, whatever we want to, what environment we want to catch in, or something like that. Man, this is much easier to do with plants than monsters. I think I'm going a little bit over complicated here. Maybe I should just make it simple. Simple for now. But what do we want? What do we actually want? Like, this is cool. But making an application like this on the way that they're doing it is gonna be completely different. Right. Okay, okay. Because there's gonna be a lot of logic behind here. And there's gonna be a lot of back-end logic. And with you need everything to be filled out, right? There's no way I can just write in all the code in here and do all this stuff by itself without. So yeah, guys, I don't think what I'm doing is sort of what I'm looking for. Maybe monster collection in Sleep doesn't really make that much sense. It doesn't connect with the real world that well. Maybe instead, right? I think we should start with a different type of idea than whatever idea I was working on. Yeah, I think we're gonna play a different game here. So, and let's just go back to drawing board. All right, I think we should shelve this somewhere deep away. We want to create something simple because this is I don't have enough experience to know how to actually implement this. So let's think of something else. Let's do something that's not too hard to imagine. Because there's a bunch of IO games, right, that exist so far. And I want to see some simple ones. And maybe something to do with guns. Because, American love guns, right? Let's get some inspirations. What do we have like a fish? Never mind. Scratch that, scratch that. Let's see. See, lots of these have very good ideas. Something that I don't have the creativity to do, but I don't want something super complex. Hmm. Let me think. Let me think, bruh. I think we'll get something. Think what we want to do. I mean, platformer games is kind of done so many times. Most of these games don't really seem much. I mean, a lot of these systems are very difficult to implement. Let's make a 2D monster catching game. Let's just do that. I think that's what we're gonna do, to be honest. Just to make it simple, let's get rid of this. And let me get rid of this entirely, actually. We're gonna take a different role. I think that's our goal. We are first gonna start with player sprites, right? We want to see any good sprites in here. Let's get some free sprites. 2D. We want some free assets that somebody is willing to give me for some reason. And we don't really want a popular one, right? We want something that's less popular, so not many people will use them. Let's see some sort of those animals. We want a monster. Maybe not monster. Well, let's just see popular ones because they're probably popular for a reason. Oh, 40 sprites total. I mean, I'm not going to be using that many. Right. I don't think I'm going to be using that many sprites. Hmm. Whoa, okay. Um, don't think this is what I'm looking for. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, definitely not what I'm looking for. Honestly, we just want something simple. I don't know why I'm looking for so long. Let's just steal this. Okay. How do I import this? Okay, so I guess I'll try to import it. How does this work exactly? The picture? Okay. 64 by 64. There's even a sprite sheet. Well, let's not worry about anything. And let's just do a purely easy game. All right, let's use 6 by 6 by 64. We also need a player though. I think that's gonna be our basic basis. Well, this is already a player in here. That's cool. Let me get myself a player. Are these 2D? They're not 2D. Ooh. Actually, this one looks even better. Let me get this real quick. So here's all my assets here. Let's make a new folder. I'm gonna call this what's it, marketplace? What do we call this? Packs. I'll call it packs, right? And we'll put in all our packages in here. And let's start with this one. Prefabs. I guess we can just start off with the prefab. But these prefabs probably don't have. Yeah, these are really cool. What is the demo scene? Whoa. Okay, now that's really cool. Let's go back to our original scene. And let's go to our packs. Blackthorn, and we can. There's no like player character, as far as I can tell. I think we can just choose a random player character and call it a day. Bro, we need an actual player character though. This, I mean, the monsters are cool, but I need a player, right? I need an actual player. Let's just do something small. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, let me add this one. I think I can get rid of the pixel monster one because I'll be using these two mainly. So in our packs, we'll get rid of this one. Okay. It is still downloading. It's supposed to be a big file. Alright, so I'm trying to install this Unity package for VS Code. It looks to be taking quite a while. There is not much information about this, really. Let's just check how fast it's downloading, or how much it's downloading. Okay, it seems to be downloading at a decent speed. That's just a pretty slow speed. So this might really take a while, actually. But there's not much I can do here other than wait, right? I don't want to play with this blind, right? Because I don't know what any of these things are. I don't even know if it's legal or not or anything, because this is in VS Code environment. Let me see if I can see the progress with it, because this doesn't ever tell you. When something is done installing or not. It never tells you. Well, not that's not what I meant. It doesn't tell you anything about the progress. Maybe he just doesn't know the progress of installation. Because this seems to take way too long. Like, what is it waiting on, right? Something could be wrong. Okay, it seems like it's solved. Oh, okay, something's happening here. Seems like I need to download .NET, which I guess I don't have. So is this gonna work now, or is it still not gonna work? No, it's still not gonna work. Project can advance initialize. What a troublesome thing. Doesn't look like it's working. I'm not getting any information. I mean, it does say it has dependencies, so let me see the dependencies. I mean, it's supposed to download, right? Let me try this again. I think I need to download .NET. I think I need a SDK. Oh, that's the wrong installer. I want this file. There's a lot of installations going on just to get this to work. Like, bruh. I think I just need .NET. I don't always say requirements. It also opens in the writer. Don't know which is better. Might be easier to just use writer, to be honest. Could not load or assembly file. All this environmental thing. So much package dependencies. But man, there's not much we can do about it if you want to get some things that take time, some things that don't. A turtle is a snack. Not really. Okay. We gotta get this done. Otherwise, it's not gonna go anywhere. Because, yeah. Come on, Zleep. Install. Give me my autocomplete. Unity, please do something. Okay, that's installed now. Right, and it's telling me to run a command on where. I'm just gonna copy this in case we need this. Yeah, it didn't work. Syntax is incorrect. Um, try to paste a multi-line. Because you're not supposed to multi-line this. Yeah, I don't know. Let me try to reload this. It's still not loading. Why is this happening? Okay, let me try opening this up in Writer and see what happens. Let it get out. Yeah, this is not telling me anything either. It's not supported by I didn't know where it. Okay, that is working. So I guess we're just gonna use writer then. Upper, so we're supposed to use this, correct? Okay, that's cool. Key code dot. Let's just do W for up. Then we want to do transform. Okay, so we need a body. Maybe get entity move object. I need a possession. I do know that, but how do we get? Because we're not going to use rigid body, are we? We're not going to use gravity. How do we? I think we just use game object, right? Let me do 2D move next. So we're just gonna use rigid body despite no gravity. I guess it does make sense in a way. Oh, let's just use rigid body. So we can say rigid body 2D. Can we just call it? Can I just call it body? Or is there other types of bodies? I don't know. Private. Why can we not do this? Is there a problem with this? Keyword new is required onto. To get components. One thing you need, right, which will then allow us to do just by 2D dot, let's do x velocity. Well, I want to see how this guy does it though. It requires, let me just check. Unity to the, let's see how people do this. All right, we are lagging, really lagging. This is actually not. How do I set the velocity? Is it a type vector 2? New vector 2. Okay, so now if I run this, in theory, I should be able to, hit my velocity upwards if my character is in a Z position up. No, he is not moving. Oh, I don't have my script on. He needs a rigid body, does he not? Just keep this for now. Let's not use gravity. Hey, it's working. Hey, I'm actually doing something. Does not match the rule for Unity CLS field. All right. If we click on this, we can probably see, yeah, movement speed. If I do something like 4, I should be able to velocity move upward and downward. Look at that. My dude is flying. Really cool. All right, so let's think about how we want to save this movement. We also want state management. So if we move up, we do that. We also want idling, right? Let's do the else case. Let's reduce their velocity when they're idling. Or we're not pressing any button. Right. I think that's what we want to do. In fact, we probably don't need to do that. Even with here idling. I think we should just do that in general. So let's create friction. How would you do this if it's not efficient? What? W is not assignable to parameter floats. Is there other ways to access this, like set? That doesn't work either. Position equals new. Why is it giving me this error? Because I don't really know. Repeated access of built-in component is inefficient. What do you want me to do then? That's what you want me to do? Okay. Maybe what I need is else. Never mind, that didn't do anything. Velocity. Is that what you want me to do? Okay, so that's exactly what you wanted to do. Use var. I don't know why that's what you wanted to do, but sure. Let's see if that compiles. Let's run this to see if it stops moving. Nah, I did not stop moving. Maybe the set isn't actually working. This might work. I don't think the set is doing anything. Maybe it is, but it's not. It's not slowing down at all. I think it's working now. No, instead of doing this, we want to add it to its movement speed. So let's do this actually. In theory, this should work. And if we do this, use structured navigation. Let's see if this does anything. It is not moving. It does not want to move. That is weird. Maybe it's because the movement speed is too slow. Let me try adding more. Actually, I think that's not the problem. I think the real problem is... Let me get rid of this for now. And if I change this... And then we go to here. And then we set this to 1. And then we run. You bring me back. Oh, so I can't hold. I have to keep pressing. Okay, let's try this. You said add force button? Yo. Okay, so we need to change this to get key. And instead of doing this, apparently you can do add force, which is even better. Let's see how that guy used it. Add force vector 3 dot up times some number. Current velocity dot up. That's not a real thing. Vector 2 dot up. And then we want to say times movement speed. And this really should not be, and it should be a float. And now, if we do this correctly, we should be able to see some smoother movement. Yeah, okay. He's still moving really fast though. So now let's do this. Let's preserve most of everything. And we really don't want to do this. We want to invoke repeating interval. Repeating. That's what we want. Let's see, what's the parameters? Method name, time, and repeat rate. probably one other function. We want friction, apply friction, right? Unless there's already a friction function that's involved, so I don't have to do all of that. Let's see if that's actually a thing. Let's, is friction already a thing? If friction isn't a thing, I can just simulate that. I guess there's no friction. Oh, whatever. So we can make it slow down. Every so often. Void do we call it slow down? Apply friction, so I think. And we just need this. Then we can say invoke repeating, apply friction. To 0. Point 5 F. Use name of to reference. Now we should be able to see some cool things here. He should slow down, but he is not slowing down. Okay, we could create friction. Public float friction. let's do this. Let's make this value 100. Let's just do this for now, right? And then let's make this every 0.3 seconds, 0.8, right? And then we also want to say if the value sucks, then we want to do min and max here. So like if it's less than if it's like less than 0.5 or something, if the velocity is like lower than 0.5, then we just completely stop. At least that's what I'm thinking. Wait, dot set application dot. Let's just say if it's less than 0.5, just do y first. We want to do absolute value. Is there a math library? And that should allow us to stop permanently. right? I think I should stop you permanently from moving. Game, can you run, please? I can't tell. I mean, he looks like he's still moving. There's no way to check his stats in real time, is there? I'm not looking for a frame debugger. I cannot see his. Let's actually give him movement down as well. Let's change this to 0.7. Let's run this to see if we have any improvements. And if the game will freaking load, because it's not loading. I don't like how slow Unity runs. He's clearly slowing down at the very least. But he's not slowing down fast enough. I think the ceiling is too low. Let's do like 1. Did you reload yet? Because I need you to reload. I mean, it's working. Let's just do like 3. Maybe he'll never move now. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I think it's because it's using this. That's why it's doing that. It's not actually doing what I wanted to do. That's probably a bug. I did something stupid. Yeah. Let's set max to that. You know what? Let's just console log. Well, there's no console log, right? I think it's console.write. Right line velocity. So how do you format text here? String. Give me an example, bro. I don't care about this. What am I reading? Huh? What is the syntax? Oh, I can do this. Thank God this exists. I would die without this. We don't even need this. We just need this. Let's try running. You should probably see the console too while on it. Nothing is showing on my console. Nothing at all. Cool. I mean, it works. Probably just need more friction, to be honest. Because it's super slippery right now. I mean, friction technically increases as your movement speed increases. But we're not really looking for friction, really. We're just looking for stopping. Slow down. It's perfect, to be honest. One problem is really should be setting the speed up and down. Because this is not going to be fun because you are having time to slow down. Anyway, I'll work on this next time. We're running out of time, but we made pretty good progress. All right then.